All right, so we're back in here yet again with another one. I really wanted to talk about this particular issue right here, and it goes back to what me and a lot of other people of my ilk have been saying when it comes to entertainer leads endorsing a political candidate, especially a political candidate that we didn't ask for and we didn't like. We, as a black society, athletes and don't need these uh, comedians and other entertainers speaking for us. The tangibles that we are looking for are non-negotiable tangibles. Reparations, qualified immunity, and an anti-black hate crime bill. And we got athletes past and present in the NBA that is not addressing the black community's issues. They are looking to embark on team white supremacy, right? This is why you guys are getting called sellouts. This is why you guys are getting called buck dancers, because we know what the political parties are. They're not about to elevate the black community in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And when we see you guys come out there and endorse a woman who has done nothing but put black women in prison, and said out of her own mouth that she wasn't going to do anything specifically for black people. Oh, I'm gonna repeat that one more time. She said that she wasn't going to do anything that was only going to benefit black people. No. So why we got Stephen Curry in the present and Irvin Magic Johnson from the past trying to come out and put on the cape for this woman? Now, I'm gonna play a couple clips. Fair use. Because we really need to get down to the nitty gritty when it comes to this. Because this is unacceptable to this day. Now we're going to start with Stephen Curry, because he was one of the ones that came up and threw his endorsement behind this woman. Now, if you have any kind of inclination of what the Stephen Curry and common, because they both played in California. Obviously, the legend Magic Johnson played for the Los Angeles Lakers. Stephen Curry plays for the Golden State Warriors. Kamala Harris was a prosecutor, attorney general, and junior out in California. So let's get right down to business. DJ, spin that shit.
That I wanted to ask you about endorsing Kamala Harris. I think we do have a clip of it, if we could just play.
What's up, everybody? Stephen Curry here. I know you all know I play for the Golden State Warriors, but man, what a great honor it was to represent Team USA and go out there and win that gold medal at the Olympics this summer. And that unity on and off the court reminded us all that together we can do all things and continue to inspire the world. That's why I believe that Kamala, as president, could bring that unity back and continue to move our country forward. This is about preserving hope and belief in our country, making sure families can be taken care of during their most precious times.
What was the reaction to that, and why was that so important for you to do?
The reaction was great. There's also obviously a lot of noise in terms of anytime you step into this lane, it's going to be received, in a lot of different ways. And for me, it's all about creating conversations that are about being decent human beings, first and foremost. I think we've lost that a little bit to where, obviously, endorsing Kamala is important for me, for my family.
Why? What are the issues you care about most?
Say what?
What are the issues you care about?
I just know from especially women's rights and thinking about, what's at stake with this election, and understanding like we need to be in a position where women have the right to choose what's right for them. And that's at the top of the list for me. I have amazing women in my life who've, been a huge inspiration to me. But knowing Kamala and having been around her, and I understand she's qualified for this job. She's, I think, representing what it means to be a great leader and being a decent human being in terms of representing our country the right way. So it's an easy choice for me, but to be able to have be in a situation where you can be a part of the DNC, do a video like that, let people know where I feel like, but foster positive conversations, through it all. I think that's what our country needs.
Okay. So you talk about a woman's right to choose. Choose what? Choose what? Choose to live promiscuous lifestyles, choose to vote. I think you talk about this whole abortion rights thing, right? Now, what they don't, abortion rights, the whole Roe v. Wade situation was based on a lie. Norma McCorvey, who died in 2000, I think she died in 2017 or 2018, one of those years or whatever, but she lied about being gang raped by black men in order for this whole Roe v. Wade thing to take root. And the Trump voted to strike down Roe v. Wade. And Trump was parading that around that, he was glad and he was happy that everybody wanted Roe v. Wade killed. Then we talk about all the black women that has been incarcerated under that truancy law out in San Francisco. Talked about Cherie Peoples on this particular platform about how she was pretty much living a nightmare under Kamala Harris because her kid wasn't going to school because her kid was in and out of the hospital with sickle cell. But yet, you want to sit up here and talk about a woman's right to choose. Cherie Peoples did not choose to be prosecuted by this woman. Jamal Truelove falsely convicted of a crime that had thrown in prison for X amount of years. So it just, you're sitting up here telling me to vote for this woman. I just don't understand why would you align yourself with this devil here? To see, it's the devil you know versus the devil you don't. Now, Magic Johnson, he's in this political realm for whatever reason I don't understand. I don't know. But we're going to see what he had to say when it comes to the whole dynamic of Kamala Harris. We're going to see what he had to say when it comes to that, right? Now, fair use, once again, this is at a political rally out in Flint, Michigan on Friday, the same day where Kamala Harris's teleprompter went out and she didn't have an idea what to say next. DJ, spin that shit.
Body. When I turned pro, I thought that was going to be the greatest moment in my father's life, but it wasn't. The greatest moment in his life came when he finally owned his own home. What does Kamala Harris wants to do as president? Put millions of Americans in their own home, give them $25,000 to start them off to be homeowners.
Okay, so there's a couple things in play here when it comes to that, right? Now, clearly, Magic Johnson don't understand the landscape of that, right? There's a lot of things that are not being told to him. And where are you people at that's sitting up here telling people like me I have to do my research and all that, right? Because when I come on live, I come prepared, right? Now, they're sitting up here parading around this talking point of, oh, we're going to give $25,000 to first-time home buyers. Why? Go to the same banks that you still got to meet income requirements. You still got to meet credit requirements, like having a proper credit score. You got still meet the proper debt-to-income ratio, right? That's what they're not telling you. And then there's another element to that they're not telling you is that it's still not stopping the private investors from going in and buying up all these properties. That's the one thing they're not telling you, because at the time, back in the 90s, Bill Clinton was the one that was deregulating these private investors going in, buying up all the properties. If you want to have an idea why rent and mortgages and all that is so expensive, it's because of that, of what's going on that they're not telling you.
That's very important. Then she wants to also have more small business owners. And she's going to help them out by giving them $50,000 for startup new small business owners, tax deduction.
Okay, again, when we're talking here about small businesses and all that, right? But you're not addressing the real issue is when you got these big corporations coming in and basically monopolizing the competition. So it's not enough to say, hey, we're going to give you $50,000 of a small business loan. And then there's still the income requirement, right? Because I'm pretty sure you have to have some money in escrow, or you got to have some money set aside to pay the employees, pay the rent, pay for the lighting, and other mechanisms that comes along with owning a small business. See, that's what they're not telling you. And that's what, unfortunately, Magic Johnson is parading around.
She's smart. She's strong.
No, she's not. She's not strong, and she's not smart or strong. She's weak.
She's passionate.
About what? Locking black men and black women up, yeah.
Nobody's going to outwork her.
Sure they do. They outwork her all the time. She ain't had to do nothing. What do you mean outwork her? She didn't even have to earn the Democratic ticket. It was given to her on a silver platter. She was one of the most unpopular people within the Democratic Party. They strapped this rocket to her back. Now she's at the top of the Democratic ticket. Now she's doing all this work. Please, Magic.
She's committed to you as the people of the United States, the people of Michigan.
She's committed to her own agenda.
She's committed to you. She's going to be a president for everybody.
And when you try to be everything to everybody, you become a nobody to everybody. Because you come off as a chameleon, right? You come off as disingenuous. So you can't be everything to everybody.
And the one thing she's going to do is finally unite us, bring us together. That other party is trying to tear us down. And I got to say this because I'm back home. First of all, let me congratulate your Tigers. I grew up a Tiger fan. So I'm hoping that your Tigers meet my Dodgers for the World Series, okay? But we have 32 days. That sound familiar? Somebody wore number 32. You know who that is, right?
Yeah, I wonder who that is.
Until November 5th. Now, we can't take anything for granted. You've been working hard, but we need to work harder.
So what does that mean? See, that's another talking point I just don't understand. What does that mean? You have to work harder. What does that mean? Oh, we got to work harder to do what?
We got to call people. We got to knock on doors after and before church. Not during church, but after and before church. We got to rally people, talk to them. Now, there's a lot of black men in here, and I don't mean to, not talk to other people, but this is important. Our black men, we got to get them out to vote. That's number one. Kamala's opponent promised a lot of things last time to the black community that he did not deliver on. And we...
Hold on, Magic. Because see, now you're coming off as being disingenuous because 4 years ago, Biden has promised us things that he didn't deliver on, like a police accountability commission or the John Lewis Voting Rights Act or the George Floyd Policing Act, right? Those are three of quite a few things that Biden has promised that he did not deliver on. So he conveniently leaves that out.
We got to make sure we help black men understand that.
Well, we understand that, right? All the meanwhile, you don't understand the fact that we know what's going on. We know what's going on. Now, the day you get your son to convert back to a real man is the day I will listen to you pitch anything towards me when it comes to voting for a political candidate.
So that's why I'm here, to make sure I help black men understand. First, get out and vote, and then vote for the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris.
Look, man, look. I don't like when these athletes be talking at us. They don't come talk to us because the minute you try to call yourself trying to talk to them, they got their security around them. And you can't even get to the athlete to talk to them. You can't even get a signature out of them. You can't even get them to sign your basketball, your tennis shoes, your t-shirt, or whatever like that, but yet they want to sit up on the podium and talk at us like we don't know what the fuck going on, like we don't understand the landscape of the political arena. We do understand the landscape of the political arena. My question is, why are you out there endorsing this woman, and what are you getting out of this deal? This what makes you a sellout. This what makes you a buck dancer, and I just can't rock with that, Magic.
She's for women's rights to make their own decision with their body. We got to clap for that.
Okay, again, what does that mean for a woman's right to do what she wants with her own body? Because look, you can't sit up here and talk about one thing without talking about the other things that's associated with that. So you're saying that, or a woman's right to choose what she does with her body. So if she chooses to go out there and live a promiscuous lifestyle or whatever like that, are you guys going to address that? I don't think you guys are going to address that, because that's probably one thing you don't want to talk about. Again, you can't talk about one thing without bringing other things into the fold. Oh, and another thing too, it should go without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If it don't apply, let it fly. Y'all sitting up here talking about freedom, yet y'all didn't have the freedom to choose who do you want as your Democratic nominee. So is this really about freedom? So y'all are sitting up here talking freedom, 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 and yet you didn't have the freedom to choose who you wanted as the Democratic nominee. You had the establishment and the elites and its donors basically propping this woman up in front of you, and they're telling you this who you should vote for. All the shills, plants, operatives, and other low-hanging fruit is telling you this who you should vote for. But you didn't have any freedom to choose who was going to represent the Democratic ticket. Make it make sense.
Now, I'm about to bring her out because you came to hear her. You had some great speakers here. I see the UAW president. I was really blown away because not only did my father work there, my brother Larry, my brother Michael, his wife Ronnie. I got now nieces and nephews who belong to the union. So thank you for what you're doing.
I can see why my people might want to vote for that, because look, people in the union, right? If Trump becomes president, they're going to dismantle the unions. They're going to look to really dismantle these unions and all that. They're looking to cut overtime, looking to cut overtime pay and stuff like that. So yeah, if that's what somebody's voting for, yeah, I got no beef with that.
She's always been for labor and union. Kamala Harris has always been for labor and union.
No, she was not. She was not. She just, look, Kamala Harris is one of those type of people, like, again, in the last video I did, she's the type that put her finger in her mouth, stick that finger up in the air to see where the wind blows, and that's the direction she goes.
And that's never going to change.
Until a donor comes by with a lot of money and a lot of bribery, and then she might change direction on that.
Now, this is the year for women. We just hold on. We just saw what Mexico did. Elected its first woman president ever.
See, what is this thing about the year of the woman? Look, and I'm not knocking the females and stuff like that, right? But come on now, you got to just be more than just a woman for you to get my vote, okay? You have to bring something to the table. No different than if I'm in a relationship with somebody and I'm asking her, hey, what are you bringing to the table? And she sit up there talking about, I am the table. Well, I'm going to take that table and put it out there on the side of the road for somebody else to come pick up, because I'm not going to deal with it. You got to do better than that. You got to bring something more than one. I'm a woman. You're supposed to just do anything for me just because I'm a woman. Absolutely the fuck not. This woman has shown who she is. And one thing I learned in life, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. All right, so I'm not gonna take up much more of your time when it comes to that, right? Y'all know what time it is when it comes to these individuals, right? Gone are the days of the Muhammad Ali's, right? Who were social justice warriors, right? The last guy that we really seen that had any kind of social activism to him was Colin Kaepernick, and he was demonized and he was disrespected, and his name got, diminished by other buck dancers, bootlicks, and sellouts. So there's supposed to be some level of influence when these NBA players being propped up in front of us. They social capital. They have millions of followers on social media. Um, you got influence extending beyond the court, making them powerful voices in political and social matters. These players are aiming to leverage their influence to drive policy change, right? But what are the policies? She doesn't even begin to expand on what these policies are. All we're supposed to do is just go out here and vote and don't ask nothing for our vote. We're supposed to just go to this plantation and don't ask for nothing. Don't be going out there ruffling no feathers now. Anyway, you guys let me know what y'all think. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. YouTube's not going to send out notification for this one, so whenever you do see it, share the video, hit the like, support the channel. Shout